Welcome to Election Time News, the best area for political summations and poll reviews, as well as compilations on other similar channels. Today is Thursday, September 19th, 2024. This is my second video in my state-by-state analysis series, going in order of poll closing time. The second state as such will be North Carolina, closing at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time on election night. North Carolina is the most right-leaning of the states that are swing states this election cycle, being all these plus Georgia, basically being a must-win for the Trump campaign. I barely see any way for Trump to be able to win the overall election if this state goes blue. However, luckily enough for Trump, most people seem to agree that this state will go red this election. So has had multiple tells in previous election cycles that it would swing blue, but it has continued to stick to the Republican column. For this reason, the state's most going to be stay red as well. Looking at Jackson Jude here, we can see the overall county swings. You can see a lot of slight blue tilting between 2016 and 2020. But in general, the suburban areas have gone bluer, and the eastern part of the state, as well as the more rural areas, have gone a bit redder. As a whole, the state tilted a few points to the left. In total, it tilted by 2.3 points. However, I don't think that this tilt will continue enough to hand Harris the victory. And Poly Market has a 57, 56, 57 or so percent chance, 56, 57% chance for Trump to win. It did just drop by 1% a few minutes ago, which is his second highest chances out of the swing states, only beaten by Georgia, which I covered yesterday. Real Clear, now as far as the polling goes, Real Clear Polling has Trump with a 0.4 point lead. And 538 has a Harris lead, however, only by a single tenth of a point. And GDHQ and The Hill have a lead for Trump, mirroring Harris with a 0.1% lead. Now, all of these show an obscenely tight race, and if it flips, Trump will have to get creative on how to reach 270 electoral votes, as if Harris does win it, it is the most right. So assuming that she would then win Michigan and most likely will win Wisconsin if she wins those based on the polling numbers. Now doesn't matter what other state she wins, she will win the election. So if she even just holds on to Nevada, she can lose Pennsylvania and still win the election if she wins North Carolina. So going to the county map, here's what I predict that the counties will do on election night. So the outer suburban counties will probably flip blue. These were just barely red. But the eastern area will continue to get redder, and some of these counties will get closer to being able to flip as this area has continued to get richer and thus more right-leaning. All this in mind, in actuality, this is almost a pure toss-up state, but just purely based off its trends and demographics, and also the nature of the series, I'll be giving all the states a rating, and that includes North Carolina. So I will be placing it in as a tilt red state on our map here. This could very well change as things continue to get closer to election day, but as of now, I think it is still set to go into the Trump column. So on our map, we'll place it as tilt red. And again, things may very well change in the month and a half before the election, but this is based on current standings. I mean, a month and a half ago, Harris had just started her campaign and she hadn't even gotten her main boost yet. So a lot can change in a month and a half. And as of right now, I don't see much of a chance that Harris will truly win North Carolina. So now we've done Georgia, North Carolina, and tomorrow is Pennsylvania, the biggest state in the election. Both candidates have spent over $1 million in the state, and how it will turn out will be a topic of tomorrow's video. Until then, I hope you'll have a fabulous rest of your day, and do hope to see you tomorrow. Make sure to leave advice in the comments, and leave a like and subscribe. It would mean a lot. And I also, again, can release my informative graph on the biases of other forecasters upon request, and add other forecasters to the list. But see you all tomorrow for Pennsylvania, which could very well decide the entire election.